Hello, everyone. We are on day 5 of 21 Days to Success, and I want to congratulate you for still being here and doing all the tasks that we had been coming up with and having those wonderful results that you are having. So, congratulations, all, and thank you for being here and working hard on your business. It is always hard when you start something new, and especially it's hard when you have to follow directions. But we do have to remember that following directions and um, starting to work and starting to develop those habits is what is going to take us to the next level, right? So with this training, everything is going to be, you're going to be challenged as a person, as a leader, as a mom, because everything that you do or the way you are treating this training is a mirror to your life. So if you can do something for 21 days, it's pretty hard to say that you are being committed in anything else. It's only 21 days. And so this is going to mirror what who you are, especially, no. So if you feel like you're not having that fire, and I think we talked about that yesterday, it's like people were saying, I don't feel like I have that fire in me. um, Remember that that's because your faith is not what it needs to be. So you almost have to do like self-evaluation and think, where is my faith? How is it that I am not excited about this? So you need to work on that. Some people just need more recognition than others, and maybe you can relate that to your leader. Like, I don't feel excited. I need you to tell me more often that I'm doing a good job. And that's why we're working on our relationship with our leader also. And we need to be focused on that. So a good leader needs to learn how to always say something nice to their team. Caro, ¿cómo se dice elogiar en inglés?
Elogiar.
Ajá. Un elogio como cuando le dices algo nice a alguien.
Compliment?
Yeah. So a good leader needs to learn how to compliment their team all the time. Like always say something nice to them so their self-esteem will go up. Because people is hungry of recognition. People like to be recognized for everything. And we don't necessarily need to give people a prize for everything because, wow, thank God, our company has so many promotions and so many things going on that really to put something on top of that is like take away from what we already have. And this point system that they have this past month and this month, to me is just amazing. It's super nice to have that, especially when they're giving you an extra. Like right now it's almost like you have the $200 for one distributor that gets the 400, that they're for loyal customers. So it is amazing. So we really need to just try to focus on what they have and run with it. But sometimes we are just on the talking part of it. Like we are always talking about something and talking about doing something, or we are focused on what other people is doing, and just we spend our time thinking that we're being trained, but also like just saying things but not really doing it. So we really need to leave that on the side and get to the work, get to the part of the doing. So we need to leave the talk and start doing. So we need to also stop talking to ourselves. sometimes we have these talks in our heads, like, oh, I don't know, I want to do this, but I'm afraid of doing that. And you keep if you don't talk to someone, you're talking to yourself on your head, like, I'm afraid of doing this. Just stop the talk. Stop the talk to other people and stop the talk to yourself and just go to the doing. Um, we need to leave the drama and just start doing. I don't know about you guys, but when I was doing these 21 days, I had no time for drama. I have no time to talk. I was so busy, and I'm sure this is the case for you guys too, because the tasks that we're doing are like focusing. It's just so you will be focused on your business. I didn't have time to talk to anyone. I barely called my mom like once a week anyways. And when I was doing this, it was hard to, I have to schedule, like, call your mom because I was so busy working. And that is, to me, it was really good because I got out of trouble. I wasn't I was just focused and helping and doing what I was supposed to be doing. So we're gonna get out of the drama and the self-talk and the talk to friends and just like, oh, I don't know if I should be doing that, or have you seen this person? Have you seen Jay Hooper doing, or have you seen this Indian lady getting all these bonuses? Stop focusing on someone else. Stop talking about someone else and start focusing on yourself. And to do that, we are going to message 20 people on Facebook. We are going to send 20 messages. It could be a text message or WhatsApp. And we are going to get 10 more numbers. So we're going to go and blitz people and get 10 more people. And I want you to remember that this is not for me. This is for you. And this is for your family. If you give It Works 1 year of hard work, you are ensuring your life. Okay? So it's Sunday and it's gonna be super short, as you can see. But I want you to know, I want to know how is it going with the book, and how is it going with the task that we are doing. So anyone wants to share how is it going with the task?
I just want to say, I think like you, Mari, like I always felt like I was working, but when you really get down to having real tasks, like you realize how I wasn't working intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've done more for my business in the last few days than I probably have, even though I felt like I work my business every day, like being intentional and just having those intentional tasks, like it changes the flow of your business. Like you're doing things that you don't normally do, or you're getting out of your comfort zone, or you're pushing yourself more. I mean, I feel like I can really relate to you when you said that before, like, because I kind of laugh when you said that because you're a really hard worker and I always see you work in your business, but I can tell you that I can relate now to what you said, like the shift in your business because of the intentional tasks and getting the stuff over with in the morning that you don't like to do or that are hard for you or that are out of your comfort zone. Like I can definitely feel like I've been nonstop like answering messages, and why is because I have been sending messages and talking to more people, like I'm busy, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the complete control to change the busyness of our business. So whenever anybody says, it's a slow season, or I don't have any business, or I don't have any team, or all my team quit, or whatever, you have the power to change that. You have it's all in your hands. It's all in what you're doing and the tasks that you're doing every single day. But
And we can send them to do 21 days, right? Then
I
they
feel like
will see what is the
most
work.
of us just get swallowed up in our, like you said, like we get swallowed up in our thoughts, and so those thoughts dominate our work life and our intentional work, and we don't get anything done because we're thinking about how we don't have any customers, or we don't have any team, or we don't have any promotion, or we missed a promotion, or we missed a bonus, or whatever. So, I think it's really good. I wish that more people would just, take enough time to even I mean, think about, for 5 days, like think about what it's done for our businesses, crazy. Like if people would just commit 5 days to themselves, they could radically change their business, and imagine 21.
I know. I feel like I had, like I said at the beginning, I felt like I was completely changed on those 21 days. And you have to see the one for leadership. I mean, like the one for leadership is, it's amazing. Like today we are creating a special place just to recognize people in our office. Like a special place, and we're going to tell people how special they are and the promotions that we have them in for, and focus them in doing it, and helping them do it too. So that one for leadership is also, but it's a lot of growing up, I have to say. It's tough. It's a tough one. It challenges you in a different level from this one. This one is more like, let's do it, let's. And like I said at the beginning, this one is going to teach you to be a good distributor, and it's going to teach you the way to be a good distributor. And so that way you can tell people, well, this is what I did when I started being successful with my business, or I recovered my business, or whatever your point is. And this is what you should be doing too. Like you have a model to follow. And before, I don't think I had it. It was more like, well, you post 3 times and then you message people, but like having set numbers and the way that the program is made, like, okay, so first you go and find those people. Now you're gonna call them. Now you're gonna schedule time and all that stuff. What did you say, Kayla? I didn't hear what you said.
I don't think she was talking to us.
Hey, Anthony. Anthony. Oh, it was the cat. Okay. Well, he probably he wanted us to hear him. So, well, yes, for today it's going to be message 20 people, send 20 messages as text message, like 20 Facebook, 20 text, and then find 10 new people to call. And like Carol said, it's like we talk too much. We talk too much to other people. We focus on somebody else's business. And today I was asking my family, because that was another task for me. Like ask my family, people that knew me, what type of leader was I when it was a crisis, when everything was going nice, when I was being successful. And one thing that Francisco said is like, you need to apply what you're learning on these 21 days to our family. Like I want to see more of what you're doing with your distributors being done here. And I was like, it was easier to ask my downline what type of leader I was than to ask my family, because pretty much everybody said, "Oh, Mari, we love you," but my family was like, "We want the same that you're doing for them," and that is, sometimes we're so worried about our business, and that's why it's so important to color your agenda. I think we talked about that already, because then you see how much blue do I have. Is it balanced with the other colors, and it really helps to balance your life. So anyone else wants to share how is it going? And thank you, Carol. I knew you will relate to me, because like I said, I always thought I worked really hard until I started doing this. I was like, huh, I haven't been doing anything. I have been slacking the whole time. So anyone else wants to share? Kayla, you want to share now?
I'll share.
Okay, go ahead.
What I've noticed the difference is how I'm interacting with my follow-ups. I am not just, I'm building more of a relationship. That's what that is. the way I'm wording things is where they're interacting more. And I feel like they know that I really care and I'm not selling to them. And there's a difference. Even before the 21 days challenge, I've already noticed a difference in the past month because I'm getting more LCs. They're coming in now. And before, I would go months without LCs. I don't know why, but I would go through months. And that's the difference that I'm finding, is that I'm being more intentional of creating a friendship or relationship. And I'm just getting more interactions. I think I prayed about it because I've seen so much change, and I know Carolyn knows, my family members, they're not doing anything, but I'm still here. And I'm older than all of them. I'm older than all of you guys. I'm 65. And I had to soul search, what is it? Why am I not doing it? Because I really want to do this. I prayed about having a purpose after retirement. And the body is a temple, and they need to take care of themselves. And I think that's the change. I had to not worry about why they haven't done it and why I came into It Works and my purpose. So I'm sorry that I'm getting emotional, but that's the change that I found within myself. That I'm not just sending them, adding them all on with a new product. I am trying one by one, building a relationship and trying to be more organized in the method that I'm doing it. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, trying to convey, but I feel like that when you do it by social media and you don't see them face to face, they need to feel that you really care and you're not selling it.
Yes, exactly. It is hard when the family is not involved, I have to say. Today, one of my distributors came to my house because I have something from church happening, and she asked me, "Are any of your family members It Works distributors?" And I said, "No." They are loyal customers, but it took me, what, Carol, 3 years to get them to me. So it is hard, but it is what it is. So hopefully I'm helping in some way to focus that and to overcome that, because we are here for you. Yes. We are here for you. We all have our own journey. And I was just telling her, I said, I don't worry, because there is a Ambassador Diamond, I think is Jocelyn, I don't know, there is one who, and none of her family members came into It Works until she was a presidential diamond. So that might be our case. So for today, for the frog, I don't know if you guys have written the book, but today's frog is practice continuously the ABCDE method. The first law to success is the concentration, directing all energies towards a simple point and go directly at that point without looking to the right or the left. So yes, focus to that one thing that you want to do. So remember our little notebook of small and big accomplishments? So when you are writing everything that you have to do during the day, what you're going to do is you're going to write A, B, C, or D, or 1, 2, 3, 4, depending of the importance of that, of the task. See, like right here. So I did numbers for that. Why? Because in that will tell you, like in your head, you can know which one is more important to do, and then you're gonna go and eat that frog first, and then everything else will be easier. Okay? So that's the teaching for today for the swallow the frog, eat the frog. So it says, review the work list and write A, B, C, D, E in front of each one. Select your work or project, A1, and start working on it immediately. Discipline yourself to do not do anything else until this is completed. And do this every day. So you just go for one and focus on that one. And then you move to the other one. Do it for a month. After that time, you will have developed the habit of working on the highest priority task, and you will have your future assured. I just love how this program teaches how to really go and tackle the day, and just it gives you the tools, but with the other book that we are reading, it helps us like grow as persons and learning how to treat people and how to attract people to us. And I love that one chapter where it says you can get more flies with a drop of honey, than with vinegar. So just being nicer. And like Mai was saying, she's like being personal with people, and now she's getting better results. So, okay, so we're gonna go. I wanna know one word. How are you guys feeling today after the video, after the chat? What are you taking today? How are you feeling? One word. Anyone? One by one, please.
I'd probably say like incredible, if that makes sense.
You are incredible, so it does make a lot of sense.
I would say excited.
Motivated.
Not sure if Danielle can talk, because I know at this time she's with the kids or something. I know that I think for probably the whole time, the first week or week and a half, I could not sleep. I was so focused on to the 21 days, and I was like doing everything that I will go to sleep thinking tomorrow I'm gonna get up and do my power hour, and it was just everything makes sense. And that's gonna happen to you guys too after a week and a half probably. I hope you're getting a good night of sleep. But I was sleeping and I was dreaming 21 days. Like, it was so amazing. It was just really nice to realize. And I'm sorry I didn't do it at the same time with you guys, but now I have the experience, and now I can tell you all the good things that happened to my business after that. But it's just really amazing. So, Caro, were you going to say something else?
Oh, is my thing muted? No, it's not muted. No, I just want to say that, I'm super proud of you guys, and it's been hard. May got me all emotional and choked up. So it's been like, for a lot of us, it's been a really challenging year. And a lot of I don't know if you know, but May is related to Liz Little and Sarah Sorbo. She's their mom or stepmom. So, they used to all be really strong leaders on our team, and now they're not here anymore. And it's really hard, and it's really you have to go through a lot of self-reflection, and you have to claim the business for your own. And you have to, it's been really hard for me because people that I traveled with, people that I, stayed in conference with, and people that I did this whole journey with for 4 years, besides Mari and, Danielle and some of them that have been from the beginning, but all the rest, have quit on their dreams and quit on themselves, and for all different reasons. And I'm not saying that their reasons aren't valid, but it gives you that time of extreme self-reflection. And, and you really have to take control of your thought life. Like if you haven't read that book, Crash the Chatterbox, about taking, seeing yourself the way God sees you, and telling yourself the things about yourself like the way God would say them, like it's super powerful, because it made me realize how much my brain is full of just really sad, negative things. And most people wouldn't think that, because they think of me as a positive person typically. And so, but my brain, I don't say those things out loud, but my brain is full of that I can't do it, that I'm a bad leader, that my team has failed, that my team has quit, that I'm alone, that, all these things. And so, like, just being here with you guys has been motivating to me and inspiring to me to know that, it's not about quantity, and it's about quality. And I want quality team, and so I don't care if my team has shrunk in size, because it's given me an opportunity to get to know all of you guys better, and to know your hearts, and to know your whys. And those are the people that I want to do life with, people that have that why that makes them cry, people that have that desire to push through the hard times. I just give it to like an analogy, kind of like my marriage, like, when my marriage went through the really hard time and we separated and we weren't living together for a year and a half, and I could have walked away. We could have divorced very easily, because that's what our culture tells us to do. That's what that's what would have been easiest, actually, the easiest thing to do in our whole situation. But we pushed through, and we picked up the pieces, and we kept going, and that's what a lot of us have had to do in our business in the last year. Or 2 years, or whatever, or 6 months, or wherever you're at, like pick up the pieces that you have, better yourself, and move on, and, create that legacy that you dream to have. And I think it's caused all of us to grab a hold of our whys and, get to work, because when we get to work and we focus on our tasks, we're not distracted by all the other people. Like, we're not looking at our Facebook by the people that are either more successful than us, or have quit, or have left for another company, or have whatever. Like, we don't have time to worry about them. Like, we're building our business. And so when we get busy to work, it's amazing how our thought life changes, because you know what? We're not looking to the left or to the right. We're looking straight ahead, and we're getting to work. We're not worried about them, because at the end of the day, everybody can be successful in any business they choose to be successful in. You just have to be in it 110%. And that's the problem, is most people aren't in it 110%. So, they're in it halfway, or they're not in it at all, or they're in and out, or whatever. So anyways, I didn't really know what I was going to say, but I just wanted to tell you guys that I'm really proud of you, and I'm really enjoying all this time with you guys. And yeah, just wanted to say that.
I love you.
Yes, love
I
you.
miss you.
I miss you too. I miss just going across the river, which right now I can't do because they're fixing the bridge.
Wow.
We can go across, but yeah. One thing that we talk about in the leadership 21 days today was how we are not, people do not belong to us. We are like, ¿cómo se dice, Caro? Los administradores.
The administrators.
The administrators of our business, and people come into our lives, and all we have to do is treat them with kindness and make sure that we don't hurt their hearts, because those people have been entrusted to us by God. And as long as we are doing the right thing and leading like Jesus will, like a servant, like serving instead of asking to be served, and changing our heart and putting our heart there, we can actually let go the people like in peace. Like we need to be in peace like the whole time, knowing that we're just administrating this business. It's not our business. God has placed us in this place, in this business at this moment for a reason with a purpose. And everyone who is in our business, in our team, are here because God put them in there, in our team with us, because He entrusted us with them. And but it's for a higher purpose. So it's like it's really really nice to read that and realize, it's not me. This is a call. Leadership is a call. Leadership is something that has been given to us as a gift, and we have been entrusted with. And all these people that come into our lives, we don't have control over them. We can't. And we can't worry about that, but we can worry about just being kind and taking care of their heart while they are with us. And that's it. So
Yeah.
I know you have done that with everyone. And that's why we love you, and that's why we are still here. And
Thank you. There's a better word for it. There's a better word, but I can't come up with it. Maybe Danielle can help me. It's kind of like when we talk about, like as Christians, like we talk about how our children don't belong to us. They're actually God's children, and we're just entrusted with them to carry them and guide them through this life. There's a word, not administrator, but there's a word for it, and that's the same that your analogy that you're using for the business, but that doesn't belong to us, just like the people don't belong to us. Our kids, technically, at the end of the day, although we'd like to say they belong to us, they don't. They're God's children, and we are just entrusted with them to, care for them and walk them through this life. But, it's a hard thing as a parent, but it's a hard thing as a leader too, because especially when you've given all, when you've given so much of yourself to someone and then have them leave your life is really hard. And although I'm friends and I love everybody that's left our team, I have nothing ill to say to people. Unfortunately, it happens that when you're not in the same business, you move on with your lives, and some friendships are only for a season, and it's hard because you expected those people to walk in life with you forever. And so it's, kind of like mourning that process of not having them around and not having them be part of your travels or conference or just even these kind of calls and stuff. And so God's really had to take me through that process of mourning them in a good way and not, and wishing them well and not wishing, anyone anything bad. And, but also being like, it's okay that they're not part of my team anymore, and coming to that realization, because that gives me time and energy to focus on the people that are here and the people that want this and the people that are yet to come, that will come, that want this, and God, it's amazing that the hardest times in our lives and the hardest times in our business create us to who we will be in the future. And just like I was talking about my marriage and the hard stuff we went through, like I wouldn't take it back, because it's created, I actually can say now it was terrible and it felt like, hell on earth, but I can say now that I wouldn't trade it, because it's made me who I am today. And so you guys are all of the trials that you've gone through in your business, whether you feel like I feel like I'm in the middle of it right now. So, or I'm coming out of it. And so I'm speaking from like fresh experience, but maybe you guys went through it 6 months ago, or maybe a year, 2 years, or maybe you haven't gone through it yet. But, it's kind of like, you need to go through the refiner's fire to refine you into, it's a process. It doesn't just happen overnight. And if you let yourself go through that refining and let yourself be refined in that fire, like it's a pretty beautiful thing that can come out of it. But most of us, when it gets hot and when we start to get chipped away and God starts to say, nope, you need to change that. Nope, you need to get better at that. Nope, you're not good at this. I'm going to teach you how to do it better. Most human nature is to run away from that. Human nature is to say, I don't want to be told what to do or how to do it. I want to get out of here. This hurts. This is painful. This is not fun. I joined this business for all fun, only fun. Well, when it gets down to it, yes, it is fun, but for us to be the best that we can be, God needs to work on things in us, and he needs to improve those things in us. And unfortunately, human nature is to run away because it hurts and it's scary and sometimes humiliating that we have to admit to the things that we're not good at. And, so a lot of us run away. So just kudos to all of you that are still here because you haven't run from that hardships. You haven't run from the refining fire, so.
And you know what? Maybe they will come back.
Yeah, you never know.
Maybe we weren't ready for them. Like I look back and like now with this 21 days, I'm like, oh wow, really? I didn't know what I was doing. And so I think some people might just have gone on a break and they might come back, and you never know. But when they come back, they have to do these 21 days before they can even think of anything else. Okay, you ladies. We'll see you tomorrow at 10. I will post the video right away if anyone that wants to watch it. And again, thank you for being here. It is really nice to be here, and thanks for the patience. And if please, like yesterday, Charity was saying, sometimes she didn't get what I was saying. So if you ever don't know what I'm saying, feel free to ask, because I sometimes don't know what I'm saying. So. So have a good night. Thanks for being here. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.